That's how I feel. Like, that's literally how I feel, thinking about all my stupid side effects. Hey guys, I am back with another video. Today's video is actually gonna be me doing my makeup for the first time since my surgery, and I actually can't see without my glasses, but I just want you guys to get a good picture, I guess. Also, we're gonna talk about some news that I've recently received since the last couple times that I've talked to you. Actually, a video should be going up today. Make sure you check out all of my other videos. I have technically an hour to get ready, and I do want this video to be pretty lengthy, so let's get into it. I'm actually gonna keep my glasses on just because I get too lazy to come home and take off my contacts, so I'm just gonna be putting on my glasses shortly after this. But let's start with foundation, because it's been a while. I've already prepped my skin. I'm not a makeup guru, so I'm not gonna really tell you what I've been using. I don't even really switch out my products that often. So first of all, this feels weird that I can't see you. I got news on chemo. Also, I hope you guys don't mind the noise. All of the Airbnbs that we've been staying at, by the way, have had the fan going on, and whenever you turn on the lights, it's like a together button, I guess. So I'm just gonna try to be a little louder. Chemo and radiation. I got news on that a couple days ago. In my vlog, I will talk about it more in my upcoming vlog. So I guess just look out for that if you are just interested in my journey. And I also want to let you guys know that I started posting on Instagram again, and I kind of want to talk about that for just a second. Also, as far as chemo and radiation, I think that you guys might have an idea. If I'm not doing it now, maybe that'll kind of give you a clue. The beginning of your treatment, they kind of want, and as far as I know news, you're supposed to do your treatment ASAP. So anyway, but I promise I will do a video on it. I just want everything to be kind of organized, where you can just have access to all of these videos if you were looking it up. Instagram. I'm posting on Instagram again, which I talked about in my last video. So I kind of logged off of it, and even before all of this happened, I was not that active anymore, just because I'm sure you guys have heard of the whole thing of make Instagram casual again, because it really isn't. Who else doesn't experience the thing where they just don't like how their feed just makes them feel? And it's not even because they have other women that you compare yourself to, but you just have people, or at least for me, I just had people that I followed, and I don't even talk to them anymore. It's why do I even have them? I kind of cleared out my Instagram. You will worry about people that you're following that you don't even talk to them, but then you're gonna go unfollow them and have them unfollow you. You put that in there and you realize that they're not even following you anymore, so why were you making a big deal about it anyway in your head? If you were going through this journey, have you guys been posting on your social medias super often? For the longest time, I was I'm gonna keep it private, I'm not gonna tell anybody. But the more I'm just learning and seeing how other people are, and they're so generous to share their story, the more I feel it's important that I share mine. And sometimes I feel I'm dramatic in saying those things, but then I remember that I actually had cancer. Or I have cancer. And did you guys experience the thing where you're just unsure if you did decide that you were going to post on there? Normally while I'm showering and I'm getting ready, or when I'm working, I will play this podcast. I like the ones where she's storytelling. It's early 2000s, and she kind of covers topics. It's funny to say it's history, because it is, but I don't know, is that called modern history? One of the reasons why I don't definitely put on my makeup almost 3 weeks since my surgery is because I just get so lazy to take it off. So that's definitely why I'm not putting on contacts. Also, I had so many things planned, but I had to do my video stuff. Serious when I say that having cancer is a full-time job. Instagram. Making Instagram casual again. You post a post, and after you post a picture, you feel kind of cringe, and it's why? But then you feel safer on your second account. So basically you keep your original one perfect, because that's how you feel and that's how you set up Instagram to be not just you but everyone. So you basically you just aren't active, because nobody's life is basically that perfect, especially not in my situation. I'm breaking down and crying a few times in a week. Other times I feel so happy, and it's crazy because I've never experienced that. I promise we're gonna talk about hormone therapy next, but it's crazy. It's just oh my gosh, my face is so dry. Next thing I do is contour. I'm posting on there. It's really not because I want sympathy and I want everyone to know at this point. As far as my friends, I wish that there was a way to just not have any of your personal friends or anyone that personally follows you, that knows you, and you just spread your message to everyone across the world, kind of like my YouTube. Just because I feel pressure to even answer so many of these messages, and even from people that I don't really care about. Like, and that's not to sound mean. I don't even know if anyone's feeling this way. That's like really not to sound mean, I promise. It's just like you get a second life basically, right? It's like I feel like I waste it if I'm not doing something that I love and talking to people, if I keep just talking to people that I just don't, we're not friends, I don't really care about, we haven't spoken in years, just unfollow them, which I have, but like there's some people that you can't. I know you guys understand what I'm talking about. I'm trying to expand, and I touched up on this before. I'm trying to expand because it's the smart thing to do. I don't know, I would consider her as my friend, but I knew her a long time ago, 5 years ago, and like I leave comments on her social medias because I like to keep up with, especially YouTube. Like if you're my friend but you do YouTube, like I will watch, like if you start doing YouTube, I will watch your videos. Like that's just a platform that I'm always on. There is this girl that I follow on social media, and we had worked together for a couple years, and she's also like a fire sign, which is funny because it's like it makes sense that you would go in there, but whatever. Also, if you're curious about body image, it is a little weird. I really thought I was gonna be crying every day seeing this, but it's not that bad, especially if you find cute dresses, which I will show you some of the things that I got. The girl that I follow, her name's Lynette Atkins, and I think she blew up on TikTok, and then and I don't use TikTok, so I don't know too much. And then on YouTube, she just started getting more successful after she was doing it for 2 years. And one of her things too was just like spreading your social media business onto other platforms. So that is what I'm trying to do. All right, now we're talking about hormone therapy. This is gonna be a long one and also a tough one. Tamoxifen. I saw my oncologist, and I really want to make a video on my experience at MD Anderson. I want to say for the most part I've had a good experience. My oncologist was going to be the last person one of the last people I see, and then my radiation doctor, which again I will touch up on in my vlog. That's who I was gonna see after all of this. One of the last people. Anyway, I saw her. Yeah, she recommended Tamoxifen. That's what I'm gonna be on. If you don't know the side effects of Tamoxifen, I really want to actually read them to you. Let me actually just finish this and I'll go grab it. If you have had any experience with Tamoxifen, specifically at a young age, I'm not trying to exclude anyone, but what is your experience like? Someone within my age, in 20s maybe, even early 30s, I need guidance because I feel like I was having such a good time. Like, I feel so blessed, but at the same time, like, this is so hard. It basically gives you side effects of menopause. I'm not gonna go into the whole science of it because I'm not a doctor, so I don't know about any of this. I'm gonna list you the side effects, and even some that are not included. Vaginal discharge or bleeding, irregular menstrual period, no menstruation, birth defects, headaches, mild nausea, vomiting, loss of appetite, endometrial cancer, says it's rare but it's a serious side effect, increased risk of blood clots, same, rare but it's a serious side effect, increased risk of cataracts, decreased liver function. Benefits, lowered blood cholesterol, which mine is pretty low because I eat plant-based, decrease of osteoporosis. Another common side effect, weight gain. Sometimes it's a large amount, or just, you know, your inability to even lose it. As well as bone pain. I think I'm like definitely missing some, and I didn't explain them too much because this is hard. This is so hard. This was the one pill I did not want to take. I saw my oncologist, and like she didn't really explain too well. So I'm thinking I should definitely get a second opinion for this. I'd be taking it for 5 years, by the way. Really want to include a holistic doctor in this because like after that I saw my radiation doctor and radiationologist. We can all laugh, right? Like let's just laugh about it. Yes, I am dumb, but also it's like funny. She suggested that before I go on the pill, maybe I should think about freezing my eggs at 24 so that once I get off of it in 5 years, which I'm 29, I won't have a problem, and if I decide to have kids at that time, I'd already have had that out of the way. So I have to think about that, and probably on Monday make a phone call because I don't really know. I do feel like my oncologist didn't really explain some things too clearly. She answered my questions, but like definitely know that my cancer is estrogen and progesterone. That's sort of what triggers it, and it's not because I produce too much of it. It's just the natural existing from what I understood, the natural existing progesterone and estrogen is what's causing my cancer. That is feeding my cancer is what I meant to say. Always ask your doctor about certain things that you're going through, and Don't just take my word for some of these things, because I forget. I'm going through a lot. Just like if you're having a cancer diagnosis, you are going through a lot. I'm going through a lot. The doctors make small talk and ask you about school and stuff and what you're doing, and like definitely I would never go into like become a doctor, because like if you guys have watched my videos, then you know that I hate needles. I hate all these blood stuff. Like I remember the first time that I showered after my surgery, my mastectomy, I almost fainted. So you know, there we go. Like after all of my surgeries, the first time I have to take a shower, I literally am just like fainting. I finished my brows and I kind of did a little bit of face makeup. I feel proud of my my progress. I promise we'll come back to tamoxifen, but I do want to talk about how it's important to have a community and have role models that you follow on social media, and how important is it to see people that are down the line in their journey and that are smiling. And I feel like a good example of that for me is her name is Madison McMurray, and she was already posting on her Insta, and I was following her there, and she had this like down day. She was just saying if you had anything nice to say, just anything inspirational to say, like to send it her way. And I basically told her about how much she has affected me in my journey. Obviously I know that these people have bad days, like I know that, but it's so important to see just a smile from a cancer survivor, even in the beginning of their journey, but even further down in their journey, because to me it's like I don't even know what to expect, and their smile gives me hope. I think it's something so powerful, so I tried to remind myself of that. For my Instagram, I also want to give people hope, and even future me, because this comes back to the fact that I'm so scared about tamoxifen and the side effects, but also just the fact that I won't look like me, I won't feel like me, for I don't even know how long. And I know that this is vain, and I do think it has to do with the fact that I'm 24, just because with age you care less about certain things, and maybe just the type of person that I am, I don't know. But I am the type of person that likes to eat healthy, eat green juices. It's funny that that's like a that girl kind of trait. What's really scaring me is the fact that I won't have control when I start to gain weight, if I gain weight, and we don't even know, like we don't know. And it does obviously have to do with the fact that I won't have control, and that's what's scaring me too. I've seen videos of women that have talked about like they gain weight and they challenge themselves to lose it, like how they've always done, but because they're on the pill, they realize that if anything, like they're having a hard time even maintaining this weight gain. The doctor did say that she's seen like really skinny women blow up like 50 pounds, and that's where the discussion goes as far as like, is it the healthiest thing to go on this pill? Because I have DCIS, which is stage 0. Someone had mentioned that, and like they're like cancer stage 0. Like, I don't know what they were implying. Basically DCIS, it's a whole other thing, but it's stage 0 before it becomes invasive, basically. Luckily that's like early stage of cancer, but you know, I still had to have a mastectomy to get these cancer cells removed. So I was trying to do like a really extreme glow up. So hopefully like this is being captured after I put dry shampoo in my hair. Okay, makeup is basically done. Let me just do a little something. I know I'm not trying to talk only about weight loss, but it is so important to be like exercise and things like that, and I obviously haven't been doing that. I normally used to exercise like 3 times a week or something like that, but now it's like you have no control if you just start gaining weight. And honestly, like I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to this, but like who really has the money to just like blow through clothes and gain a couple pounds, maybe even 50, and just afford to get a whole new wardrobe? That's just unrealistic. Okay, I'm gonna see what I look like. Oh my gosh, it's like I don't even know her. I literally look like, okay, this top is ugly, but like all of a sudden, like it looks amazing. Who am I? Like I'm so confused. But it's like ultimately getting used to a self that you don't even know at this point, because you're seeing yourself change so quickly in the mirror and you have no control over it. The only thing that I can kind of like a tad bit compare it to is like being pregnant, like where you go up in sizes, things stop fitting you. Even now, just because, you know, I'm not exercising as much, right? Because post-mastectomy. And the only reason why I'm talking about that is because there's so many people that I follow that are pregnant on social media. So maybe I'm completely wrong, but it's just, it sucks. Because I could get swollen ankles, swollen blah, blah, blah. And it's that thing of like, you never know what someone's going through. Like you never know. I really need to start going to the gym because of this reason, and I know that I won't really be able to do too much. I mean, I hope that I don't have horrible side effects or anything like that, but I really need to start going to a gym, so I hope that this whole YouTube thing is doing so well. My next vlog, I want to show you guys what the monetization process is like for me, so you guys can kind of have an idea of what that would be like for you if you were interested in doing something like that. Through YouTube, I hope that I can have enough money not only to pay my medical bills, but also to start going to a gym, because if you experience bone pain, apparently exercising more is supposed to help. And I already had that sort of on my list as far as things to do. Right now, it's just like on my top of the list. So I hope that kind of covered a few things that like I'm insecure about. Like, let me know if you've gone through this. Tell me what your experience has been like. Also, please tell me, like, do you guys know, and I'm gonna ask in the Facebook group, but like, do you guys know why this was my only option? I have DCIS. It is estrogen and progesterone positive. I mean, I would think that that's why, but why don't I have an alternative? If I have horrible side effects, we either discuss whether or not I have to get off of it, or we discuss reducing or increasing or whatever the percentage of how much I'm getting dosed. Why is it that on the Facebook groups, like, other people talk about other things and it's a young Facebook group? Like, it's like 35 and under, or like I think like 40 and under. Do you guys know? Like, please, I need your knowledge. I think that's why I'm gonna get a second opinion. But now I'm gonna put on the dress that I found at TJ Maxx. I found two because I'm sweating so bad. Like, even right now I'm sweating so bad. That's how I feel. Like, that's literally how I feel, thinking about all my stupid side effects. Really want to lift weights, tone up. It was something I wanted to do even before. I'm sorry my brain's so scattered. I just had so much to talk to you guys about, but also just like so much to talk about Tamoxifen that I don't know about, and how much I still don't know. And I'm not a doctor, but I just have so many thoughts that I've been holding in. I promise, like, today was actually a good day. I'm not taking it yet because my doctor I've never had to take pills before, so they didn't really say too much about like when I can start and when I cannot, because I had to see radiation, but like they still were really vague. Like, I feel like that was like probably the poorest doctor that I had, like, experience wise. Like, they just told me I need Tamoxifen. I asked questions and she answered them, and then at the end she just kind of like made hard eye contact. It was still friendly eye contact, but I'm like, is there anything else you think I should know? And she kind of just said some things that I already knew. I'm gonna go through the list of questions that I quickly asked, just in case you guys are, it's gonna be a rapid fire. Exercise, she says that you can you can exercise afterwards. Exercise consistently, not extremely or anything, unless you want to, of course. 4 times a week is good. Why Tamoxifen? She said that that was my only option because of the kind of cancer that I had, DCIS. I had large masses everywhere. If you're an oncologist, by the way, also I know that oncologists watched it, like one person that was an oncologist. Please explain to me, could I still have an alternative for Tamoxifen, like with less side effects? Like, is there any further information that you need from me? Why that long? We basically won't know if 5 years is good or not enough. She was thinking it probably will be. I will be seeing that oncologist, but in a year they'll be giving me another one, just because that specific oncologist is for more severe cancers, not like basically like mine. So I was gonna ask how often can I switch, but like basically that's my only option. I asked about weight gain and she told me that. I asked her if side effects weaken over time. She said it can. Common concerns on young people. She really said that she didn't really have any common concerns that she could think about. If anything, she felt that like with younger people, they've just been doing better on the pill. Better means like, I don't know, like 5 side effects instead of 10. I don't know. Will I have no periods? I may or may not. What should my diet look like? They actually said that a plant-based diet is actually what they recommend. Drink on occasion, that's fine. And then also, if you were to eat meat, they said to eat that occasionally. Just make sure I'm getting enough protein, collagen maybe, for hair loss in case I experience that. And I asked her what symptoms I should tell her about right away. If you're seeing swollen ankles like we were talking about, something that looks like blood clots in your legs or something like that, that's something that we should talk about if I am in early menopause. And no, I just tricking our body almost to be in early menopause. Dryness down there, definitely. They just recommend some moisturizers for that specific area or something like that. I haven't really read on that because I don't really have a partner right now. I'm not really active in that area. I don't know if that's something that you guys were curious about. There you go. Low libido, mood swings, definitely. I asked her how bad. Does that mean that like 1 minute I am happy and then the next I am manic? And she said no, not really, just periods of depression, which is honestly not even better. Periods of depression, periods of like deep intense crying, and a lot of irritation. That one's common. So I asked about if whether or not antidepressants have their own side effects. She said, yeah, you know, with all medicines they do. Antidepressant they would give to you if you are experiencing severe side effects like depression, obviously. Insomnia, she said no, but a lot of people in the Facebook group said that they experienced that. So, you know, I feel like sometimes the doctors just, not that they're lying, but that they're lying. Also, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. And dry skin, she said that that isn't common, but I have had heard of people saying that because it kind of ages you, which the doctors, like, it's not in the list of things of side effects, but I mean, whatever, it's different for everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and change for my glow up, and I will be right back. So really my intention of doing this video is to chat and make you guys feel like we're friends. And also I didn't do my hair because I did forgot to bring a straightener, but you know, whatever, we'll ignore that. I hope that we achieve that in this video. I covered the topics of hormone therapy and what I will be going through. Oh my gosh. I am definitely feeling overwhelmed, but I went to the store yesterday and bought a dress, and I actually feel really good, and I just feel better now that I am also not as hot as I've been feeling. Anyway, I hope I see you guys super duper soon. Yeah, subscribe if you guys would like to support me. It means so much. I keep staring at myself in the mirror because I need to make eye contact with something. Instead of like a dark circle. Leave a comment if you guys like the video, like it, or even dislike it if you guys feel like doing that as well. I will talk to you guys really soon. I do post every Mondays and sometimes Saturdays, so see you next week.